Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Walk with Shay. My name is Shay, and on this channel we talk all things travel from London and beyond. Before I start the video, I just want to say thank you so much for all your support. We are very close to reaching 1,000 subscribers. We're literally inching towards 1,000. So if you haven't, please like, comment, share and subscribe. That'd be really appreciated. On today's video, we're doing a rerun of a video I shot a couple of years ago, which is how to get from London's airports to the city centre. I'll be talking you through all the various airports, where they are, and also as well the method of transport. Sit back, enjoy the video and walk with me. Heathrow Airport is located roughly about 17 miles west of central London in the London borough of Hillingdon. Heathrow has 5 terminals and is very well served with transport connections regarding trains, etc. The first option would be the Heathrow Express. So, the Heathrow Express is a direct train service from Heathrow Airport to London Paddington and takes about 15 minutes to get to Zone 1 Paddington to Heathrow Airport. Heathrow Express operates every 15 minutes and it is available via most of the terminals in the airport. The Express comes in first class and standard class seating, and it has Wi-Fi, air conditioning and on-screen entertainment. On the other side, the Heathrow Express is the most expensive method of transport train-wise from the airport, where tickets can range anything from £18 upwards. Also as well, if you're staying near Paddington, the Express is great. But if you're staying anywhere else inside of central London, the Heathrow Express may not be for you because you still have to get an onward connection from Paddington to other parts of London as well. Also as well, the Heathrow Express does not allow Oyster or contactless cards on the journey, so you have to buy a ticket. So with the Express, I will say just check to see where you're staying in London first before deciding on this option. There are other cheaper options as well available from the airport. The next train option from Heathrow Airport into the centre of London is the brand new Elizabeth Line. So, the Elizabeth Line runs on the same tracks as the Heathrow Express, but the Elizabeth Line stops at many of the intermediate stations between Heathrow stations and London Paddington. Journey time is about 35 minutes to London Paddington, but the Elizabeth Line has various connections to the London Underground at places such as Ealing Broadway for the Central Line. And also as well, it has connections to places such as Acton and so on, basically, on the Great Western Main Line. The Elizabeth Line runs every half an hour from Paddington, and the trains are spacious and designed for luggage. They're air-conditioned, roomy, and have lots of room also. On the Elizabeth Line, you can use Oyster cards and contactless on the Elizabeth Line, basically. But I believe Heathrow stations are special fare zones, if I'm not mistaken. Please check on the TfL website. Also as well, eventually the Elizabeth Line will fully open and you will be allowed to travel from Paddington all the way into the tunnels through central London to other destinations across the city as well. But the Elizabeth Line is very good as it is a cheaper alternative than the Heathrow Express. So that is another option for yourselves. The Piccadilly Line is the next option available for passengers to and from Heathrow Airport. So, the Piccadilly Line does take longer, about an hour to get to central London, longer than the Elizabeth Line and also the Heathrow Express. But the Piccadilly Line does stop at a number of sites and locations along the way to central London. This includes King's Cross, St Pancras, Russell Square, Holborn, Leicester Square, Covent Garden, Piccadilly Circus, Hyde Park Corner, Knightsbridge, Hammersmith, and many locations along the way. The trains run every sort of 10 to 15 minutes to central London. And also as well, the Piccadilly Line is part of the London Underground network. So Oyster and contactless cards are valid. The only downside of the Piccadilly Line is, yes, it's going to be cheaper, but the trains are a lot smaller And during the rush hour, the tube can get very, very congested. So I would say that if you can, try to avoid using the Piccadilly line during the rush hour. Check the TfL website for fares to and from Heathrow Airport. And also as well, it's very important to know that if you're going to Heathrow Airport, make sure that you're on a train that says Heathrow Airport, because the Piccadilly line also goes up to Uxbridge. So just make sure that you're on the correct train, basically. But yes, the Piccadilly line is another cool option if you want to get to and from Heathrow Airport directly to central London. Right, let's talk buses. In terms of buses, there's many different options, but the main one is the National Express coach service from Heathrow Airport to London Victoria. So, National Express run services roughly every 15 minutes, and some of them run directly between Heathrow and London Victoria, whereas some of them stop at Earl's Court. The average journey time is between 40 and 50 minutes. And these buses are very, very good in case you don't have enough money to get maybe one of the train services. You can use this option as well. Some people also prefer as well to be overground to see sites as they're on the way into central London, but it's a very, very good option. Check the National Express website to see how much it costs, but it is a very, very handy way. Buses though do have luggage space, so you can use that, and it's another cool way to potentially get between Heathrow Airport and central London. In terms of public buses, there are no public buses during the day that run directly from Heathrow to central London. But at night, there is the N9 night bus. So the N9 night bus runs between Aldwych and central London to Heathrow via Hammersmith. And it takes around 1 hour and 10 minutes. It's good in case you come to Heathrow late at night and you maybe not want to stay in a hotel nearby. This bus would be for you. The fee, I believe, is a standard £1.50 for a bus ride. And yeah, that will take you straight into central London. So the N9 bus route could be for you if you want to get into central London or to Heathrow at night. So guys, the final option for transportation to and from Heathrow Airport is taxis. Taxis are a viable option, but please beware, taxis can be very, very expensive. The cost of the taxi obviously depends on, you know, how long it takes and the distance that you're going, basically. But what I will say is that on average, if you're looking to get a taxi from Heathrow Airport to central London, you're looking for you to pay at least £50 minimum. £50 minimum, okay? So what I would say is if you can avoid it, please do avoid it. But if you're going somewhere close to the Heathrow Airport, it can be a very, very good option. But if you're going to central London, I would probably avoid taxis. But what I will say is taxis do have luggage space. And also as well, obviously you're not going to be cramped up in a train. So it has its advantages. But what I will say is, if you're looking for a taxi, they are available outside of every terminal. Put your hand out, etc. And then get in the famous black cabs. Or also you can also get an Uber as well. So that is another option. So guys, that is it for today's video. If you like this video, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and also share. This is the first video of a 6-part series of all of the airports that surround the city of London and the Greater London area. Don't forget, check out my older videos that I've got as well. But I will see you soon on the next video. Walk with me. Let's go.